Hi everyone, welcome back. As you all know, we've been spending a lot of time at home these days with COVID-19 happening, so I found myself with a lot of free time watching other aquarium YouTubers. So let me break down my top 10 favorite aquarium YouTubers. This was actually originally a top 5 list, but there was no way I could narrow it down to only 5. So here we start in no particular order. Links to all their channels will be in the description below. Ohio Fish Rescue. Wow, what can I say about these guys? Big Rich, Josh, Tracy, these guys are amazing. If you haven't heard of them, they are a fish rescue that goes around the country and takes in fish that other fish keepers can no longer keep anymore due to them growing so big. They do this out of love for the fishes. They converted their pool, almost half their house, in order to hold massive giant tanks, including the famous 4,400 gallon tank. Yes, you heard that, 4,400 gallons. This isn't the only giant tank they have. They have others in the thousands of gallons in size too. Many times you'll also see Ohio Fish Rescue go across the country collecting big tanks in order to house their growing collection. Please support these guys as much as you can. Coralfish 12G. George from Coralfish 12G, probably the youngest YouTuber on this list, but you wouldn't think that because he has so many years of keeping fish. Mainly dealing with saltwater variety, he has more of a vlog style filming with him and his friends. He also recently started scuba diving and traveling to Asia, where he showcases many exotic underwater camera footage. He is also the founder of AquaShella. In case you never heard of it, AquaShella is probably one of the largest fish festivals in the United States and stretches across multiple cities. A truly amazing feat that has been organized by somebody that's as young as he is. Aquarium Co-op, a channel about freshwater aquariums run by Corey, who owns an actual aquarium store in Washington, USA. The reason why I like this channel is because Corey has been in the hobby forever, knows everything there is to know about keeping freshwater fish. He live streams a lot of insightful topics ranging from things like what is the best aquarium filters to his favorite types of fish. He'll also vlog things happening around his store like new shipments and even his travels to China, where he explores aquarium markets. All around informative and entertaining channel. Creative Pet Keeping. Although her channel name states pet keeping, Kasia focuses mainly on freshwater fish with a specialty in betta keeping. She has her own fish room in her apartment that is just loaded with tanks. If you're into betta fish like I am, you'll love watching her videos talking about the many betta tanks that she owns. Aaron's Aquarium. Aaron, hailing from across the pond in the UK, is one of the other saltwater hobbyists on this list, next to George from Coralfish 12G. He is more geared towards the how-tos and DIYs for the saltwater hobby. When I started watching Aaron's Aquarium's channel, I myself knew nothing about saltwater fish keeping until I started watching it. He goes in depth with many different aspects of saltwater aquariums with advanced topics, but explains them so well that any beginners would not get lost watching his videos. IFG. He is another great freshwater channel that I watch frequently. Recently his channel got hacked and shut down by YouTube, but it's safe to say he's got his channel back, and I'm super excited to see more content he puts out. He's knowledgeable and informative. IFG gears towards the vlog of his fish adventures, which are sometimes funny and unexpected. He isn't one of the largest channels for aquarium hobbyists, but I think he deserves more praise for what he does.
Guys, doesn't that look great?
Inappropriate Reefer. I started watching Inappropriate Reefer with his series of assembling a $146 nano reef tank. He only has a few tanks, which are a couple of saltwater tanks and a freshwater tank. So unlike most people on this list who suffer from MTS, that's multiple tank syndrome for you folks, he has only a few tanks, so he takes his time and is very patient with what he's doing. I find his videos geared towards the beginner reefers as he breaks down and explains what he's doing and why he goes with his approach. He is not afraid to admit when he's made mistakes in order to educate his viewers better. If you want to get into reefing, highly recommend watching his channel. SG Bearded Awkward. Some of you may not have heard of him before, but he is one of my favorite YouTubers to watch. And unlike most of the people on this list, he lives in Singapore, just like his namesake shows. He does a lot of tours to local aquariums around Singapore, which normally doesn't get as much exposure compared to everybody else on the list. But he also tours local fish stores and showcases other hobbyists' tanks. One of my favorite videos he's made is his tour of the Oceanário de Lisboa Aquarium in Portugal, which features the world-famous Takashi Amano's forest underwater aquascape, one of the masters of aquascaping. One of the smaller YouTubers on the list, but big at heart when it comes to fish keeping. MD Fishtanks. MD from across the pond in the UK has his own fish room in a shed in his backyard. He recently upgraded his shed into a bigger one, and I gotta say, it looks amazing. MD keeps freshwater fish from all varieties ranging from bettas to axolotls. He does beautiful aquascapes, and many of his tanks can be an inspiration for your own. His adventures to the fish store with his children are also fun to watch. It makes me so jealous that he has a whole fish room in his shed in the backyard. King of DIY. Of course, last but not least is Joey, hailing from my home country of Canada. He is probably the most famous fish keeping YouTuber right now, and for a good reason. Joey started making YouTube videos over 10 years ago with over 500 videos on his channel right now. Joey started out with a pure budget DIY videos in which I still watch today. I followed some of his plans to build my own fish stands and also building DIY aquarium skimmers. He keeps mainly freshwater fish but has newly added a saltwater tank to his collection. He also travels around the country giving talks and seminars as well. I have nothing but the utmost admiration for all the hard work Joey has put into this hobby. So that's my list, folks. I had a really hard time making this list because of the sheer amount of different fish keeping channels that are out there. Don't limit yourself to watching just what's on my list. If I had to include every single one that I watch, this video would take forever. Expand your horizons and see what's out there. Until next time, stay safe and take care.